be fabulous, so get ready for it. Are you ready for the fabulous things that God is going to do in your life today? Yeah, God is your maker, whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim. I want to believe so. That's the way I listen. You are created by something, by someone, a living being, and that God is out there to do fabulous things in your life this morning. So if you believe that there is someone who created you, who is greater than you and greater than your father and your mother, who gave you the opportunity to come to this life, so I believe that fabulous God is out to make good things happen for you. Today, the 28th day in the month of August 2024, and it's a beautiful Wednesday. I call it Amazing Wednesday, and it's a midweek. So because it's midweek, it simply tells you that if you have something you're supposed to do on Monday, Tuesday, you couldn't reach out, or you tried and you could not accomplish or fulfill it, bring it to proper, fulfillment. Today is another day. So, like I told you yesterday, don't loiter around. Stop loitering. Stop waiting. Don't stop. Keep moving. Something is out there for you, for only you. And by the time it gets to you, then you can now spread it around. But there's something always available for you and I. Anytime we rise up in the morning, it's the beginning of another day. So today is one of them, and I am grateful. You're there, and I'm here. And Joy is also here. So all the Lagosians, I greet you now. Lagosians, I greet you everywhere, all over the world. I greet you. My name is Olori Adejoke Adibidefin. My friends call me Olori Age. I hope you had a splendid night rest. But if you don't, just start your marshal you rally cola wa. Exactly, we there for Lagos. We're Lagos, so no waiting, no stopping. And Joy is here. She dey look here and there. She just lock her hair and she's looking already. She's glamoring. She and Sumi, they are just showing you their dreads. And my daughter, but it's one of those things. I won't complain.
We are coming up, don't worry. This is just prayer. If you see to me, she's now. That one is mama. That's inspiration. When I want to cut my dread, I'll say, no, 17 years, we are coming here. So dread is my own inspiration for my own.
Don't worry.
So mine is coming. One day she'll come, I'll show her. I'll say, you see now, the young
just swing it.
Good morning to you. Yes, I decided to just take off the braid. Let people know I have natural dread. For those of you that don't know, we are proud of our dread. It's not yet long like that of 2 visions, but don't worry, it's coming up. It's called, just keep clapping for the dread. It's coming up. Admire it. Welcome to the show. My name is Princess Joy. Of course, it's going to be another wonderful Wednesday here on the show. It's a day where we are going to be having a lot of conversations, yes, that you and I have to know and understand. That's what family and values is all about. We are glad to have you. Don't forget, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please, like I said, download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. We are streaming live on Facebook. Yes, I know August will soon round up. People stop saying, Jerry will stop saying it's my post birthday. Don't worry, just subscribe to YouTube. I'm not going to disturb you again for any birthday gift. Just keep subscribing. That's all you'll be giving to me as birthday gift. Okay, yes, welcome to the show. Yes, we have a lot of shout out to do, but let me start with this one. This is a birthday shout out to Cecilia Anthony. Yes, Anita Anthony. She's also known as Sisi Eko. Okay, when somebody is called Sisi Eko, you understand. I don't know why they call her Sisi Eko, but that's her nickname. Her neighbors call her Sisi.
You definitely know that person love to look kinky.
Yes.
Not even anything.
And that birthday shout out is from Calista to you. So she's wishing you a very happy birthday. And we here on Family and Values, we love you. We are wishing you a happy birthday too as we celebrate.
Okay, so we also want to wish our darling head of marketing wives happy birthday. Mrs. Abigail Jolly.
Mrs. Abigail Jolly.
We're wishing you a happy birthday. Yesterday was your day, but don't worry, we'll find a way to reach out. But we wish you all the very best as you had another year. It's not going to be your least, to be beginning of many more things. Also to Ariola Adebayo. Oyeyemi, happy birthday to you. She's been on our show one time like that.
Yes, that's true.
And so we're wishing you happy birthday as you had another year today also. So we love you. To everyone celebrating out there, we pray it will not be the least of celebrations, but the beginning and the opening of more heavens for celebration for you, your family, your loved ones, and to go having a marriage anniversary as well. God will make it to be a new wine, being top You know, when you top up wine in a bottle, in a glass, it will be new, it will be refreshing, and it will continue to be blissful all around.
I'm
by
sure
the grace
Mr.
of God.
Jolly would tell the wife that Joy is always disturbing me.
She's the one that always eats your any food you prepare. It's Joy that will sit down, eat. In short, 50%.
I'm sure one day Mr. Jolly will say, hey, where did I meet you? Where did I meet you?
So please, with plenty onions. We love the onions. The smell of the onions.
Now you're talking. So
the smell of the onions looks so good. So happy birthday to you. We love you. Okay, so you know, today being Wednesday, we have a very special guest in the house. And we just have to bring him back again because, you know, I told him the last time he was here, I told him I have like 3 other, you know, discussions from what we just had for the first time, and I'm bringing you to come and talk about them one after the other. So today is going to be another one that we'll be talking fully about it. But one thing I want you to do for us is please go to AVO app, download it. Download the O Prime app. Galaxy Television is on all these applications. Also, she has mentioned the social media platforms. Don't forget the national digitalized channels also, 741. You can join us there, and it's you know, free to air also on
start times.
So start times is 110. So all the stations, all these applications, like I will tell you, is on the go. Just like you drink your gari and ekpa and sugar and everything, put it on the go, pack it together, and you can drink anywhere. Anyway, you can drink gari inside your bus, inside your car.
And
you can drink gari.
Taking carbonated drink everywhere.
So, but that gari is more economical these days because carbonated drink is high. But gari will fill your tummy and hold you for a while. I tell you,
expensive.
it will still better than the carbonated. It's still healthy.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's healthy. So do according to your material. If you can sew skirts, sew skirts. If you can sew just blouse or just a male short sleeve, just so it can look kinky, just like to see a cool celebration of today. Anyway, it's time for us to go for a mini feature. I'll be right back to unveil our guest and the topic for today. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Be right back. Thanks. Okay, about our retire where we don't come this morning. And I'm sure you listened to our mini feature, but if you're just tuning in, you've not missed anything. We just started the discussion in full. This is heavy, small, but we're looking at community parenting. Community parenting. And we've had several guests talking about this one time, but they'll just mention it in the course of our discussion on family and values. Because family and value is all about the value that we inculcate, and so the community needs to be there to also help to checkmate what the parents will not be able to see when they are not there. And that's why we need to bring this back. We want to know, are we still practicing it? Is it still, you know, something that we can still, you know, draw closer and put in check to help us with the generation of children, blessed children and youth that we're growing now? This morning, we want to know those values we have lost raising our kids. In what area have we left it unattended to? And we have with us Ayo Daniels. He is a teacher of the word, he is a family counselor, and he is a man that you always want to listen to the word of wisdom from. He celebrated his birthday recently, and you know, it's still celebration because it's still August. It was August 12. So like Joy, he always emphasize, it's still August. So August 12, we are still celebrating. So he is with Lighthouse Nigeria. And so good to have you with us this morning.
Good morning, Olori. Good morning, Princess. Yeah.
I love the fact that you started with Princess. So as a princess, now where's my birthday cake?
Okay, yeah,
don't forget.
I told Ola that I need that cake. I love cake anyway.
Where's my cake?
Okay.
I just have to
it's on the way. Don't worry. The next time I will send it to you.
I know my dad will send that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, I want to be that way you're talking to.
Go to me now. Oga's daughter is around, so I'm sure mommy send her with something. It's so good to see you this morning.
Yeah, but I hope I'm not in trouble this morning. To sit in between Olori and Princess.
You are doing well. You are doing well.
Thank you for having me back.
Calm down. Let me see that. Mommy, calm down.
And thank you for all that you do on this program. Thank you for the impact you're making out there in the society. Whether you realize it or not, I believe people are learning every day those principles that you always share so that they can apply it to their families.
Yeah, so even we start from us to everyone. Because I always say, if I'm saying it, I'm saying it. She knows me. If I'm saying it, I'm saying it. I want it to come to manifestation and inculcate into those things, because it will not be complete when we just say it and we just let it go.
Yeah.
It has to be profound. Okay, so this morning, as we're talking about community parenting, I remember you mentioned something like that in the course of our last discussion. And it really hit on me that we really need, it's wide, but we'll see how far we can go about it. Now, sir, to you, what is community parenting? And who are the people involved in community parenting?
Okay, so I know that it's a phrase that we technically use each time, but we don't understand the import of that statement or that thing. So, you know, an African proverb, it's something that we have derived wisdom from, that it takes a village to raise a child. When you refer to that word, a village, it simply suggests many people. So when you put that in the context of the family, they can be direct parents, they can be guardians, they can be neighbors, they can be colleagues. It's just that concept where children are provided a safe environment for them to thrive, for them to realize their dream, for them to feel secured and safe. So that's the whole concept put together. Any engagement, any drive, any opportunity to provide a safe environment for our children, where their voices are heard, where we listen to their voices. And I know we can expand that today, because by the time a young child who is already vulnerable begin to complain around an adult, that's listening here that the adults offered, and then they are able to dig into whatever challenge that child has. It's generally to providing a safe environment where children can grow, can feel safe, and they can achieve their dreams for the future.
I love the fact that you said it's generally providing a safe environment for children. Now, how effective is it when you talk about community parenting in raising respectable, humble kids or children? Because my father used to say he's a product of the community. And he gave us instances of saying it. And so when it gets to the community, I know how the community receive him, because he is a product of the community. So it was a collective thing from all that you just explained. But now, looking at today, how effective it is in raising children who are humble, respectable, because we see a lot of vulnerable children around us. And, you know, sometimes it's like you want to correct somebody's child and you're asking yourself, who sent me Joe? You know, that kind of thing. So how this effectiveness, this community we are talking about, how effective when it comes to raising kids that, you know, we talk about reputation and humility?
Okay, that's the challenge. That is a social issue today. Whether we want to discuss it or accept it, it's something that bothers. So who are the villagers? So you have the parents, you have the siblings, you have the extended family members, you have the neighbors, you have the teachers, you have the professionals, you have community members, as it were, have even the policy makers. That's in general deal, that's the villager. the village who takes care of a child. But if you look at what we have had in the last 40 years in most of our communities around the world, family breakdown is one of the things, economic pressure is another thing, long hours that parents or this guardian spent at work providing for these same children. It has put pressure generally on the family unit, and then it has made this community parenting a very challenging situation. Look at where we are. You know, the last time I was here, I was saying something about not knowing my neighbors. In Nigeria, for example, we are faced with that social problem. Many children are out of school. But what do you do if every day you see a child in your neighborhood and he or she is not going to any school? What do you do? Do you send them to school? Will their parents even agree, even if you have the means to send them to school? That's just one aspect, which is education. The other aspect is those values that each community holds. You mentioned some of it now: the value of respect, the value of accountability, the value of love, the value of showing, being our brother's keeper. Those things are things we are grappling with as problem today. So community parenting indeed is a very challenging thing. However, we need to make a resolution around it so that we can provide safe environment for our children.
In the course of providing safe environment for our children, at what point do we allow this community parenting? Okay, I remember, I've said it here before, and are there any rules particularly? I remember when I was still a young girl. I'm still young. I'm still very, very, very young. So I remember when I was still around 10 or maybe 12-year-old, and my mom sent me on an errand. And going from my place, from Freeman down into Oyinbo Market, we just walked down, and and I got to the market. I just bought what do you call it now? Pito. All these people from Johnson's side. Now I was drinking, while I was buying,
walking on the road,
walking and buying, pricing and buying the pepper, the jayinyo and everything. One of my mom's friends saw me and said, "Ajoke, kí ló ń ṣe mẹ́yẹ? Wọ́n rán ẹṣẹ́. Ariwo tó fún ẹ̀kọ́ ló fi ra pito yẹn. Is that not the money you are giving to buy stuff with? Is what you are taking out of to buy pito?" And then how much is pito? Maybe 10 kobo or 5 naira. Yeah, 5 kobo or 10 kobo.
You are very young.
Yeah.
By saying 10 kobo,
10 kobo, yes. You buy it inside the nylon, and I was as a young girl, I was just doing my own thing. And I quickly do what? I throw the nylon away. When I got to 2 days after, I think she came on. Tell your daughter not to be taking this thing outside again. Yeah. How can she be buying? My mom scolded me. Now, at what point do we have to start, instilling this, allow this community parenting? A boy who is like 2 or 3 year old, or let's say 5-year-old now, who is about to go to school and saw the mom's neighbor or the parent's neighbor coming out of their own flat, and they met downstairs, and the boy did not greet, just carry his bag. You say he's naive, he's a small boy, he doesn't know anything. At what time are we to allow this community parenting? Are there any roles particularly that community parenting play in the lives of our children as they grow? Yes, we say we are not in the village. That's what many people will tell me now. It's in village now. We're not in the village. Yes, we are in town. We're in the city. We are in Lagos. Me, I did Lagos. I don't know whether you are in Oshogbo or Ibadan. I don't know where, but we are somewhere, and it's in town. You are in the city. Does that mean community parenting? How difficult? What role? At what time do we allow this?
Okay, I think for me now, I think it starts with a decision by all the stakeholders. Interestingly, the family unit has been fragmented. It used to be, in most cases, the nucleus family, where you have the father, the mother, but because of social issues, we have mothers who are raising their kids alone these days. We have fathers who are raising their kids alone. So you have family members staying with the family unit in a multi-dimensional way. So, so you have these diverse values. So you have someone from the village coming into the city going where they don't go to the village, the city people don't go to the village. It's the other way around. But so it begins with a decision and that decision is this: I want to, and I love your program, the fact that it promotes family values. I believe the decision will begin with each family saying, this is our value, this is what we stand for. We have a value of respect. I mean, I don't know how they sound, but our own parents, which we automatically transmit to our own kids too, the first thing when you get into a space is to greet. Whether and then you discern the time of the day. And the first other things that we usually do, I see this happening even in a more advanced country, where people will see an elderly person in the train and all that, they won't even stand up, even though they want. And you see, I think it begins with a decision, because in some of those countries where you have older men, sometimes they can even call the police on you. So I think the decision is that we are our brother's keepers. We want to uphold the value of respect. There was a recent statement made by Pope John Paul, and he was saying that they were talking about families, because I know that that's one of the blessings that the Catholic Church has done for this generation. They uphold the family values. So they were talking about, and it was a very simple statement, that strong families make strong society. So whenever you find a strong society upholding the value of love, respect, kindness, compassion, is because we can trace it to the family unit. So I think everything begins with a decision, as a brother to someone, as an uncle to someone, as a father or a teacher, even school teachers. There are many things, because you know that we pick up values, we pick it up. The direct place is the home unit, then we have the extended family unit, and then we have the schools, then we have the opportunity to the teachers, opportunity to have our lives be mentored by other people. So I think it begins with a decision that in addition to whatever each and every one of us does, we want to see that we communicate strong value that can help a child. I mean, while I was growing up, I remember a statement that they usually say in my own home, that any child left to himself will bring shame to their parents. So, and I remember they always say a good name. So these are direct and indirect values that were communicated. So what means is that if each family begins with that decision, then we can begin to extend it. We don't need so much light to change our society. We just need individual light that is shining and brighter in their corners, and then it influences the whole society. I come into the workspace, I meet someone who is not properly I don't want to use the word, I like create one, valuated. Yeah, I know there is no English word like that. So I have a responsibility to say, I want to live out my value for this person, as long as they are working with me, for them to be able to learn one or two things. So that decision is what is going to help us restore this community parenting.
Okay, yes, it's going to help us to restore many things. It's time for us to go our word of Marvel and our Vox Pop. Let's hear what people have got to say. It's break time. I'll be right back and go anywhere.
I do bad things to correct it in case of another time we'll be able to do it again. Or let the person be on the wrong way. That is it.
Depends on what my child did before the neighbor would beat before I would respond to it.
Well, as a good parent, if your neighbor is correcting your child, it means what that child has done is not good. So there's nothing to make the other parent to get angry or to be biased about it. That's how I see it.
I will react bad now. I will react bad because I have to know what my son do before taking it in that level. So I will feel bad. Honestly speaking, I will feel bad.
Okay, welcome back. It's Family and Values, and we've been talking about community parenting. You heard it, and Joy is about to ask our own question. Help me to beat my child. You know, reach the bottom. You know, a lot more is the inside bottom part of the parents. Help me to my child. You know, reach the bottom part of the parents. Is that true? We'll be back. Joy, your question.
I'll take it from this angle. Are the parents of today actually ready for community parenting? Now, I'm going to give a very personal experience. I remember growing up, there was a time my teacher flogged me, my chemistry teacher of blessed memory. And my dad reacted badly because some kids have medical conditions. Now, it's only within the family circle that those conditions are known. And then a child does something outside and you beat that child. And it results to something else, and the parents react and say, oh, you don't want them to correct your child. We have cases where some other kids, are allergic to stuff. Like for me, I believe this is my own way and this is Joy's way. If my child offends you or does something wrong, come and report to me. I've never flogged my kids. I have a way of punishing them, and I have my reasons for that. Now, this present society, are we actually ready for community parenting with what is happening around the society of today? You'd let your child go for holiday. I was saying it offline that you do community parenting and you now become a parent. I was saying it jokingly, but it's what is happening. So people are actually feeling like, those days, we knew families that you could say, okay, this family, they are thieves. This family, they are known for this. Now you cannot categorically say this family is known for this or this family is known for this. So then they knew how to say, no, don't go to this person, that family, they have a bad name. But now we don't have that here. So are we actually ready for community parenting? I mean, I'm talking of this current generation.
Well, that's still a tough call, no doubt about it. The words of the Mabo, I think I listened to one of the people who said that if you correct his child, is going to make trouble with you. Yeah. So I think, are we ready? Yes, if we can retrace our steps. If we can retrace our steps, how do I mean, or what do I mean? Whether we can't run away from community parenting. Because all of us here, everyone in this studio, were productive. I remember that as simple as, even though civilization, which is good, but it has robbed us of this so many things, the social media and all that. So in a particular home, if you are going to school, you go to school, children in that neighborhood will walk to go, they will go in batches. If anything is threatening anyone, even if the children in batches can handle it, they have a way of escalating it, and adult or whoever is there can come to the rescue. I know that civilization has robbed us of those things. The social media, as much as it's also good, in those days, people eat at least one meal together in a home, whether it's lunch or dinner, and then after, everybody does not retire to their rooms and they are busy with their phone. Sometimes my daughter we're in the same house, and she sent me a WhatsApp message, and I'm saying that, oh, things are different, they've changed. But I remember that we would gather around, maybe if our grandmother is around and all that, they share stories, they share memories. This is a long vac that is ending in another 1 week. I remember, of course, in my own home, people come, but I remember that people go because they are so sure. But things have changed. What you said is true. We have a situation where we have people living with us now who have the tendency who are pedophile in this guy. So those are the things that have made people to recline and feel that it's not possible. So, but I think with a good engagement, the whole Essence Parents Teacher Association meeting should be how parents can cooperate with the school to see that that safe environment is still provided outside the home. But so if these objectives are put in place, I believe we can walk back towards it. There has always been kidnappers in society. Yeah. In communities, but people know them. People can say, oh, this is a strange face in this community. People know who steal and all that. So we can make up a decision to become our brother's keeper again, and then we begin to work towards it. It's a whole lot because of where civilization has brought us. It's going to be a whole lot of engagement, a whole lot of partnership between the parents and extended family members, the parents, the school, the parents, and probably the government in terms of policies to protect the right of a child. So I think we can, because it's good. Can you maybe I should say this. Yes. Indians, they have a very strong community. The Jews have a very strong community. Even the Chinese have a very strong community. So you can still say it's doable, because wherever you see those people in whatever country, they flock together. They have their own food market. So it's still possible if we allow ourselves to be used to become a brother keeper to one another. It's possible. It's challenging, but it's doable because we used to have it, so we can bring it back.
It's challenging, it's doable.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, what are the benefits of community parenting? Or you share some of those benefits with us, and possibly some of your experience, while you're growing up, and why you were just mentioned as if I've even asked you. You're already, in the spirit, and you were just doling it out. But I want to say also, yes, it's possible for us to go back in time, but are we ready? Okay, I was coming from Ayobon Sunday. I saw a young girl, even if she's 18 or 16, she was sitting carelessly on a guy's lap on the main road. It's not my business. I'm not here to do fufu. But in a situation, in those days, you want to sit on top of a guy's lap in a public place. Yeah, okay. Yeah, doctor. Hey, mommy. Hey, and she was so
relaxed about it. Yeah.
I just carry my face. I say, Holy Spirit, socialization, civilization. This is where you carried us. What she was even wearing was, forget. Let's believe the guy already been known by your parents, but outside on the main road. I believe this is part of the things we have lost in community parenting. Yes, we have pedophiles. Yes, we have uncles that rape or abuse children, even father. In those days, we had them. We still have them. But now they are being profound. They talk about it openly and everything. But don't you think? See, this kind of scenario I just talked about now. A child in those days, when your mother or your father's friend or anybody can pass and see you, and the show where you go enter for house. What are we saying?
Okay, so like I would say to you, Mans, no doubt there is a problem with the family unit. But I think it still boils down to what I said earlier on. What are the benefits? There is safe communication. Yeah, you create an environment. Even the parenting style this day, in spite of the civilization, there are many parenting styles. I mentioned this the last time. Parenting has become conversational. If you don't want to lose your child, you have to know how to get into their world. So community parenting will allow us to have safe communication. Each child knows that if he or she is free to express himself or herself, then there is no judging. There used to be a time that if a child complain about something, some parents just want to cover it up. But I know that safe communication will help us. I can say this from experience. It will take, except your parents are really, really sensitive listening to you, it will take a parent to believe that, and it will be hard for them to believe that the person who is abusing their children is right under their nose. So, but community parenting, where each child is given that privilege to talk, will give us that safe communication. Your child can tell you anything and then anytime. Community parenting will allow us to spend time together. That's another benefit. We used to play football together. We used to ride, except you live in an estate, it becomes very difficult these days to allow your child to even go and play outside. So we share memories together. Most of those things, we play games together. Our own games is different from the ones that churches are bringing now in front of a computer. So these are things that they help. And then we keep, through community parenting, we keep family traditions and rituals.
Wow.
During Christmas, I mean, I moved into a neighborhood, and I realized that during Christmas, and it's so funny, there is a particular night that is dedicated. All the families come out, they put canopy on the road, and we sing Christmas carol together. I mean, it just brought back. I've engaged that for 2 years now, but he just brought back the memory of what happens during Christmas. The same thing during every other things that has to do with holidays, Muslim holidays. We visit friends, and then even during Easter we go to what is called Galilee and all that. It's just creating that rapport. And then family ritual, everybody travels home, everybody goes to their villages in December. Those are the things. The people in the city will come to those of us in the village. And so these are the advantages if we have it. And then I remember personally, I don't like him. I used to have that uncle like that. Immediately at the end of each time he comes to your house, first thing he asks you is, "I'm going to bring your report sheet." He never contributed. They don't contribute for our school fees, but they always tell you that you need to do better here, you need to. So there is that sense. So we have many advantages, and it's actually helped the total development of every child.
Okay, now as we're rounding up, I'd like us to look at this angle. Now we are dealing with the 21st century. Yes, we understand. Just like what Olori has said, for me, I detest indecent dressing. In fact, today I got into a vehicle and I greeted, and everybody went numb. And I said, "Hello, I'm greeting you."
I do that a lot.
Yes,
I walk past spaces, offices, and I say good morning. And somebody is actually looking at you and say, "Please," I'm saying good morning. But someone told me, it's just like what happened on the road. You give someone a right of way, they don't even say thank you. But someone told me that if you turn the table around, it means they can never greet somebody. It means they can never give somebody the right of road. Those are things that we technically lost. Really,
for me, I feel bad when even kids. I do it to kids. If I try, you don't greet hello. Greet everybody. So for me, it's a part of it. People that know me, sorry, they know. So something happened one day. My daughter went to church and she greeted an adult and nodded her head. The lady said, I went all out for her. And she's like, no, I felt bad. I felt bad that greeting you should never. And when I went back and I grounded her, I told her I could receive every other report, but the fact that you saw an adult and all you did was, I said, when did you start nodding your head to greet? Now we're looking at the 21st century. We're looking at community parenting. It's understandable. How do we manage socio-economic values and balancing community parenting. Reason being that, you know, everybody wants to mind their business now. You don't want to prognose into people's business. Over there, I have somebody that told me that since he traveled, he doesn't know who the neighbor is, because the moment you want to start saying, hello, how are you? They are calling the police like, did I do something wrong? You know, so how do we balance the socio-economic value and community parenting? How do we balance this two? People are waking up and going to work very early in the morning, parents. And again, the fact that parents have lost responsibilities of being parents. For instance, the incident Olori gave, I'm sure even if it's the mother of that child, the mother cannot scold that child and say, why are you doing this in public? Because it feels like probably she's the one bringing the resources back home. So do you think that has also contributed to the fact that we can't have community parenting as a whole, where parents have lost their role as parenting and handed it over to their kids? Because if your neighbor is correcting your child and he's saying, I leave him, is the one that feeds the family. I've heard it severally. You say, no, leave her. She's the one bringing in the money. What can I do? So has all of that contributed to
well, honestly, I think the way I will respond to that question, our society, we like to blame every other person but ourselves. So we blame the government, we blame the schools, we blame the religious spaces, we blame the lesson teachers, and I think my response to that will be, let every human being who are parents or who are uncle, auntie, sister to someone make a decision that they want to influence them. No matter what we say on this program today and every other time, it's still going to be a challenge if the people who are the stakeholders are not ready. Let each parent live the life. Let them respect other people. Let them, because respect they say beget respect. Let each parents be a good citizen of their community. The reason why people take chieftaincy title in many communities is because they have proven them to be good citizens. But it's against what we have today. We may not get that as being the reason why people take chieftaincy title. People are called honorable in community because they are actually honorable people. If you have kids that are misbehaving, they can easily refer such kids, and they will ask, maybe take such kids to them to go live with them. I know we have the social problem, but that decision, I keep saying that decision by individual to be the man, the woman that will provide a safe environment for a child, I think that's a decision we need to make. No matter the government effort, if we are not making that decision, it's just like in our society, everybody crave for more infrastructure, good roads and all that, but we pour debt into the gutters so we have to have a change of mind that will lead to a change of attitude so that we can bring up stronger families for society.
A change of mind that will bring up a change of attitude. Okay.
Thank you.
Today has been a wonderful time with Ayo Daniels. It's so good. He is a teacher of the word and a family counselor with Lighthouse NG. So if you're seeing Ayo Daniels right now, it's all about the word. And the family that we need to really build with our parenting attitude in the community.
The truth is, when you see somebody that has passion for family, you know when they talk, it's like go to every family and start saying do this. If he has his way, he will definitely be doing that, So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Community parenting is key. As you know, the society has taught us the other way around, but it starts from you, from your family. He has said it, that decision, take it today. To be a good parent and a good brother, sister, uncle to someone out there. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. My name is still remains Princess Durable. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, when I'll be coming from the gym to the show.
She will walk from Oguda down here. That is her gym.
That's
okay,
not true.
so we need to get a camera to monitor her.
From the gym.
Don't worry, we'll get the footages. Anyway, we hope you've had a wonderful time with us this morning as we have discussed community parenting. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful time as we'll be talking about breastfeeding, nursing mothers. Please gather tomorrow. We want to know what you have been giving our babies. Some will tell you 6 months is too much. Some will tell you after 6 months it's not fully the baby's tummy. I need to use it. We will see. Everything will be exposed tomorrow. So join us, call all the nursing mothers around and to be mothers to also come and learn tomorrow on family and values. As we go about today, we hope you join the rest of our program on Galactic Television. My name is Sirumene Luradejoke David, and hope to see you tomorrow. Have a splendid day. Thanks to all our crews. We love you. Tumishe, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.